Hi stamping friends, this is Oksana from funstamper.com, and today we're gonna make this fun and bright cards featuring Rainbow of Happiness bundle and especially designer paper. So this designer paper is free in a celebration catalog, so you could earn it for free with $50 order in US. And it has multiple of different patterns, and they are just so much fun, and I just love every single pattern. It's hard to pick. They're also nice and bright and so easy to work with and perfect for any occasion. So I actually wanted to be designer paper as a star, and I also wanted to use a rainbow. I just love to create those rainbows. So for our card, what we will need to have today, I chose to have Magenta Madness as my card base. It's 8.5 by 5.5 scored in half. You will have a piece of basic white, what is 4 by 5.25. It's your layer. And then you will have multiple pieces of designer paper. So this is what we will be using. So the largest piece is 3 inches by 1/7/8. Then you'll have 2 squares, and you could mix and match different patterns. It's 1/7/8 inch square. So this is how basically it come together, and you could, turn different designs, kind of see what you like, could mix and match, and you adhere in different kind of position. So I really wanted to see how to make it. Let's see, I did this one, sentiment. What if you do a sentiment on the bottom left? We're gonna do that, and we will create another card similar to this. All right, so let's go ahead and start stamping a rainbow. I will actually make 2, so maybe we could kind of see which layout we like the best. So I'll need to have scrap piece of paper around 2.5 by 3.5. This is perfect for rainbow. So we're gonna be just stamping it. There is no die cut. And those rainbows, what is cool, they're not perfect when you stamp. So it's intended to be that way. And you could use any color combination that's in the paper. So I'm using Magenta Madness, and I stamp the largest one in Magenta Madness. And it's photopolymer, so I press a little bit. Do one more time. I use Daffodil Delight, but you could probably use Bumblebee, you could use Soft Saffron. All of those yellows will match just fine. And you could try to align. Again, this stamp set is not gonna be perfect, but it's after you stamp everything and cut, it's looking really, really cool. As you could see, the way I stamped 2 look completely different, and that's absolutely fine. The next color I use Bermuda Bay. Mine is a little bit darker. I just re-inked it before class yesterday. And I chose to kind of add a little bit of Misty Moonlight, as our main designer paper piece will have that color. So I wanted to kind of mimic that. And we'll just stamp it on top. And on top again. A lot of colors, a lot of happiness here. And last but not least, I decided to use some softer color. I kind of almost copying the rainbow in a paper. So this is Petal Pink. So I kind of looked what designer paper has it. So that's our rainbow. So simple stamping here. And great if you make multiples as well. So this way, you'll just need to open your ink pad once. Simple cutting, there is no dies to cut this one, because again, depends how you put this one on a block, how you stamp it. It's not really coming exactly the same each time. So leave a little bit of white border. This one probably not gonna have white border, but it's handmade. Only you will know that something is not perfect. And we will do the same for second one. So I just do two because I want to show you two different layouts and see which one we will like the most. So I got this one. Now it's gonna be time to stamp a sentiment on our basic white. So for this piece, like I was mentioning before, so let me bring my two previous pieces. So I did sentiment like on a top right and top left, and rainbow kind of in different corners. So let's just kind of switch it and let's do it differently. So let's do it sentiment in here, and on another card, bring this one and kind of lay out my pieces as well. So hopefully I cut different pieces, we'll see. Yeah, it's slightly different. So maybe. So I did this way, right? And then we wanted to have a sentiment, let me think for a second, in this bottom piece. So what if I do this, then I'm gonna do this and this. How about that? Oh, I like that. I really like that blue one. It's really hard for me to hide it. So I guess my blue one is my main. All right, so this is how I wanted to stamp. And we're gonna use a special moments stamp set. It has a lot of fun sayings. I would like to use maybe for someone who is wonderful in each and every day, and I will use sayings for brightening up my day. I use a lot of thank you cards, so I'm gonna use that. And you're amazing. Obviously, it's really nice sentiment as well. So let's get this one. And wonderful, I didn't use it yet. And we'll have another one here. And let's just stamp one in, again, any color will match, right? Because the rainbow has everything. So maybe let's just stamp this one in Magenta Madness. So kind of, I didn't glue it yet. I just kind of want to see where to stamp. And I wanted to leave enough space to do my rainbow. Doesn't seem like it's inking well. So let me kind of stamp it kind of towards the bottom here. And I'm not gonna close my Magenta Madness, and I'm gonna go with my Misty Moonlight. And this one I know I wanna stamp as far to the right as possible, or basically to the border, to leave enough space to do my rainbow. Do like this. All right, and then I just wanted to add a little bit, few little hearts. It's this little tiny image, and we're gonna do it Magenta Madness. So this way we're gonna have our stamping all done. Oh, my hearts is upside down, but guess they can, right? And there is like a bunch of little fun images there in the Rainbow of Happiness, like little dots, little rainbows, little lines. So you could use something else just to add little texture. All right, so we are done with stamping. Let me move things away, and let's just go ahead and quickly glue our pieces together. So I'm gonna use my Tombow liquid glue. Come on. Here you go. go. I'm just afraid to press too hard. After you have it going, then it goes pretty fast. So I'm gonna glue it here. I'm gonna glue, blue or this one. Choices, I'll go with blue. Paper is pretty on both sides. I just have a hard time to pick which I like the most. I'm gonna glue like that. And we're gonna glue this pattern underneath. Again, this is really good way to showcase different patterns and also maybe use your scraps. Come on, go up, don't slide on me. And we're gonna do another one, mount to our card. We're almost done. If you would like to give this card a try, pre-cut all your pieces and pre-cut maybe for 2 or 3 cards. It goes so much faster if you do multiples. And don't forget to send your cards to brighten somebody's day. We all need a little bit of happiness. All right, almost done. And you could use probably different colors in Magenta Madness. I just chose to use Magenta Madness. I love this color, makes me super happy. Glue it here. And then this one, and then we will have all 4 different variation of the same layout, the same pieces, and we will see which one maybe you prefer. Please leave me a comment if you like what you see. Please subscribe. Visit funstamper.com for more ideas. I chose to use little piece of vellum to give my card like little softness. So, and here I could see how I wanted to position this one. And I position it here. And my other piece of vellum, it's somewhere. We mostly gonna put rainbow over, so you will not really see it, the glue. All right, our gluing is done. We're gonna take our rainbows. We're gonna add 3 dimensionals on a back. I use 4 if this is what you prefer. Gonna take that and put it on top of our vellum. That vellum kind of create nice soft look. Maybe I'll do this one. I'm afraid my cloud's gonna, we'll see, gonna be on a way, but we will know in a second. And this one we're gonna put here. Then I did pre-cut. It's this little 3-inch strip. See what I'm saying? It could be a little bit on the way, but I think it's pretty good. So those little clouds, it's a basic borders, and they have those clouds. Funny story, I never actually use them. I use some other dies from that set. But until it comes to rainbow, now it just seems like it's most used die for me. Just love those cute edge. And it depends how you're gonna cut it. It may come up every time slightly different. So I pre-cut, like I think 3 inches by 1 1/4 pieces, and then this is what I use. If after you cutting, some pieces kind of have little kind of corners. So you could just round them if it's something that is not up to perfection. We're gonna put this one here. And that one here, the same, I round those corners. What I did with those dies, basic white piece of paper is slightly thinner, it's not that thick. So you could actually put 2 strips and you will be able to cut 2 pieces at the same time. Gonna save you some. This one I want a smaller because I don't want it to cover some of my things. Can be improvising, right? It's just a card. You could be creative. Oh, look at my dimensional mess. So I also punched, you could use any heart you have. I use this little heart I had laying around. I think it's retired, but you could use other ones to punch little heart. And I will use a glue dot to add it in the center. I did tie 2 bows using bumblebee ribbon. As you could see, it's so many different colors. A lot of ribbon actually gonna go beautifully with that. I chose to put it underneath the heart. And this one. And I did pre-cut 2 tiny clouds from a Rainbow of Happiness stamp set. And we're gonna add it to add a little bit more kind of dimension. Let's add this one here. And let's add this one here. And last but not least, everybody need a bling. So what we're gonna use this iridescent rhinestone basic jewels. This is actually my to-go right now. I absolutely love them. I love the size and I like little shimmer. So just perfect to add. Oh, look like my heart didn't catch glue dot. Here you go. All right, if you want to be fancy, you could take your wink of Stella and you could wink it. You could wink your cloud. You could wink your heart. You could wink purple or magenta madness, I should say. You could make it as sparkly as you want. All right, and let's see what we made. So we made those 2 designs, and there's these 2 other ones here. So as you could see, you have 4 different variations of the same layout. I hope you like it. Please like my video, subscribe, and visit funstamper.com for more ideas. Until then, happy stamping. Bye!